Thank you. There's a new book called Kumu Hula, Roots and Branches. It's an in-depth and colorful look at the roots of hula and the Kumu Hula, or teachers who have ensured its survival and worldwide appeal. Joining us this morning is the author of Kumu Hula, Dr. Ishmael Stagner. He likes to be called Uncle Ish. Good morning, Uncle Ish. Thanks for joining us.
Aloha.
And it's a great look, some amazing photographs and really interesting research that's come out of this book. I guess most people agree that hula started around the year 1000, but there are some disagreements and surprising facts about the origins of hula, right?
Well, the thing you have to keep in mind is that with any society that starts with an oral tradition, it's going to be very, very difficult to be able to do any kind of exact dating. But from our chants in Mo'olelo, 1000 is a pretty comfortable year.
Anything surprising that you've discovered throughout your research?
Well, one of the things we wanted to do was we wanted to make this not only scholarly but interesting so that people wouldn't fall asleep reading it. And hula, for a lot of people, tend to be something that is identified with females, but the origins tend to be mostly male, particularly the dances identified with warfare and lua.
So back in the day, was it women were not allowed to dance, or was it just mostly men?
Essentially, what they did was from the hula dancers, they picked the warriors because you want to have the agility, you want to have the skill, you want to have the stamina, you want to have the ability to be able to carry on warfare. You didn't want your women fighting, basically, because they had a more important responsibility. With an island society, you have to have somebody having children, otherwise you disappear. And so essentially, the women didn't fight.
And there are obvious differences between kahiko or ancient hula and modern hula or awana, and people can normally see the differences, but what are some of the more subtle differences between those two?
I don't know if we can even use the term subtle. The thing is, if you do kahiko, you can really explode. You can go out there. I used to love because you could scream and shout and jump up and stomp and all that kind of stuff. Awana, on the other hand, you have to be under control. I mean, you have to look graceful, you have to smile, you have to look just absolutely totally petite, and the fact of the matter is you're dying inside. Awana is a really athletic type of thing to do, especially if you do the really slow dances.
And this picture is Ariana Seu from Merry Monarch a few years back, and I remember when she was dancing on stage, such a beautiful dancer, and it is such a wonderful thing to see on stage. So Dr. Ishmael, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Doug, Uncle Ish, as we should call it. It's again, it's called Kumu Hula, Roots and Branches, and you can definitely pick up this book in bookstores. And don't forget, you can see this interview again by heading on to the morning section of our website, kitv.com. Hope you're dancing out the door this morning. It is 6